Okay, the main event. All right, here we go right here. The main event. Nick Cannon, a deadbeat daddy. All right, Nick Cannon, a deadbeat daddy. Let's see what we got here. According to this, we're going to still educate you. This is not a rumor show. We still got to educate you as to what's going on out here in this marketplace. All right, so with that being said, let's take you to this report. Now, this report is by a rag mag, so everything we say here is alleged. Okay, everything we say here is alleged. Okay, and it says right here, exclusive, baby making machine, Nick Cannon. He's not in these streets.
I'm Pepe.
Facing multi-million-dollar back claim for child support for his and Mariah Carey's 13-year-old twins after deadbeat dad dodged payments. Okay, so 100%, I actually had to get two sources for this one before I reported it, and that's why the title says report. All right, that's why the title says report. Now, we don't know this to be true. It could be completely a rumor, but in the situation, we can learn from this. So we're going to learn from the system itself that the system is available to you no matter how good or bad of a dad you are. This could be highly possible. Now, you're going to first say, oh, well, how can Mariah Carey be broke? Can we handle this first? We need to handle this. Number one, we've seen celebrities of Mariah Carey's caliber go broke all the time. All right, so now we don't know it to be true that she's broke. But what we can say is a lot of these celebrities do take loans out on their money, and it's going to make them look broke because what they do is they either have to sell their catalog because of financial strife. They could have a divorce, and there could be a lot of your money. They could actually outlive their means, even making millions of dollars. So what will happen is they will look like their money is funny. They actually said Michael Jackson was going broke because he had a spending problem. Now, Michael Jackson ended up being worth more dead than alive. So once he died, he stopped spending, and his money just stacked on top of each other. But a lot of celebrities go broke, all right, because they end up still living the same lifestyle. Security is a fast way to go broke. Personal assistants, makeup artists, hair, all of that shit. But the money doesn't come in like it doesn't come in a monthly like you guys. Like us ham and eggers, money comes in monthly. For them, it comes in sporadically. It might come in quarterly. It might come in once a year. It might come in. So it doesn't come in as you spend. Anybody's ever worked in real estate, like you make a lot of money, but it's funny how the money comes in. It doesn't come in all the time. So sometimes you have to take loans. Yep, you can't travel coach. You have to travel private jet. So you have a cook, a chef, a personal trainer. You're paying them a lot of money for the convenience of them cooking in your house. So money goes out the window. It comes out the door fast. It's faster than it comes in. And so you're kind of patching your way through it. And if you don't have the income, let's say the income stream is taken away, you get canceled. You're not on Spotify. You sell your catalog, and that's all the money you're going to get from it. You're never going to get another money. You stop going to tours, concerts. Okay, so you stop doing these things. Your income stops, but your expenses are similar. If you don't cut back, you're going to get cooked. Okay, you're going to get cooked. So I don't care how much money a person has, what the internet says they're worth. Even the Vanderbilt, I think it's Claudius or Conrad Vanderbilt, richest man in the world in 1886. By 1986, all the money's gone, all of it. The whole family's broke. So money goes fast, all right? And when I always tell you, you're always going to need income. I don't care who you are. I don't care if your uncle's good at making money and he doesn't have to work. You will need income at the very least, okay? So your first problem is not income. It's going to be the first reason you go broke. No income, you go broke. Then you don't start saying, okay, I don't make $5 million a year. I make $200,000. When you made $5 million, this were your expenses. Now you make $200,000. Even if you get income, You're still going to need more income. Okay. Okay. So, let's go to this story. So let me report on the income part of it as the rumors that might be causing this. It says another source revealed Carey's place at the top of the charts has been taken over by the likes of Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter. She still spends money like she did when she was a pop star, reigning queen, with disastrous results. According to this source, Carey has reportedly taken out $18 million in loans against her $30 million New York City penthouse. Cornelius Vanderbilt, thank you. So there you see right there, this could be signs of distress. Michael Jackson also took out a lot of loans, but it's not uncommon that rich people take out loans. But when you see signs of distress, okay, that they may know of, and this is all alleged, I'm reading the report, this is a sign of distress.
Has the modern dating landscape confused you? Have many of the standards that you heard, you're kind of tired of hearing about, and you're wondering, what does it all mean? Well, look no further. Join us talking about the monetized dating marketplace right now on Locals, and it is CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can create a free account to join the conversation between the Coach Gang members, but also on Sunday, we do a live stream demonstrating all aspects of the monetized dating marketplace, and coming soon in 2025, you're going to have access to a sample of the monetized dating marketplace course where you can get information related to how to participate in the monetized dating marketplace and or how to understand it, so you're not out here spinning your wheels trying to figure out how you're going to best deal with the monetized dating marketplace. Listen, everything and every aspect of dating is monetized. We just want to relieve the frustration that you might have about it. So the best way to do it is make a free account right there on Locals, CoachGregAdams.locals.com. You can get access to those live streams, but create a free account. Just join the conversation. I am the only one covering this conversation from this point of view. And yes, I am ahead of my time. Get ahead of the information before you're priced out.
Okay, she's not a pop star right now. She hasn't had a hit in probably 15 years. All right, and so once you take out loans, that's when you can't pay them back, is when you really cooked. All right, so you think your song, I think the Christmas song got sued, if I'm not mistaken. I reported on this. I can't remember the exact details of the Christmas song that she has. That's her big money maker. At some particular point, they didn't put it. I can't remember what happened, but let's just say the Christmas song ain't hitting this year, or a new song replaces the Christmas song. Now we're listening to Michael Bublé instead of Mariah Carey, or we listen to it less. You know, they used to play I've Been Dreaming of a White Christmas. Now we don't hear it no more. That's how fast Chime changes. She thinks this is going to be the Christmas song forever. It will be, but all of a sudden there'll be a new Christmas song. Okay, now your songs ain't fucking hitting. And these loans are going to be what we call loans taken out that are wholesale loans. These are loans essentially equivalent to loan sharks. All right. So these are high interest loans. These aren't loans from Wells Fargo Bank, more than likely. This is all based on what this is all alleged. These are short-term loans. These are loans you got to pay back, not in 30 years, not in 10 years, but in 18 months. 18 months. So she's hoping that there's a financial turnaround in 18 months. Okay. So these are not these loans where she could sit on it for 10 years. It could be a HELOC against your property, but it could be a 5 or 10 year HELOC. But we're talking about millions of dollars. These ain't no fucking easy loans to turn around. You're just hoping you could get your money turned around faster. And then when 18 months comes around, they call for margin calls. And they are high interest rates. So all you're doing is robbing Peter to pay Paul. You're waiting for your residual check to hit. And you take all of that money and you just move it over to the loan. Okay. You're not taking that money and living off of it, right? You're taking the money and moving it over to the loan. And then what do? Take out another loan. Okay. And don't you know that these people know it's only a matter of time that she can only keep up this game of charades. It's only a matter of time. Then guess what? She got to sell her catalog. And then they'll be in there trying to get a piece of that catalog. And then she might have to say, this is all alleged, by the way. Everything I'm saying is alleged. Okay, we don't know this to be true. We're just looking at some sources. And it says she is also said to spend more than $1 million a month on frills, including $100,000 on flowers and $10,000 per session for hair and makeup. Okay, I mean, this is how you fucking spend all of your money up. I mean, real quick, where's the income? This is how you start performing at Las Vegas every day. This is how you're doing shows at Vegas every day until you're 90, like Elvis. All right, real quick. And I'm going to tell you, this is how a celebrity is worth more dead than alive. All right, so we're not saying this is her case. We're just saying that, yeah, it is what it is. Mariah has pretty much let Nick slide on child support all these years, but times have changed. According to an insider, Nick has been very successful with his stand-up comedy tours, and he's worth $50 million. It is at this point now where he's earning more than Mariah. Okay, real quick. And Mariah can't be seen out here with a bonnet. She got to have full makeup and hair everywhere she goes, right? So, you know, this is the plight of the celebrity. This played out in the early movie. I think it was one of the early movies where they didn't talk, if I'm not mistaken, or if it was the first movie that they did talk in, where the woman was an aging celebrity and she thought she was still famous, but her time had passed her by. And she still thought people should treat her like she was famous, like she was 20 years ago. Somebody knows this movie, what I'm talking about. But it was like the sad reality of an aging star. And that's what she is. She's an aging star, right? So you would think she earned $50 million, $70 million. But no, I mean, if you don't change your spending, you could get cooked. In fact, Mariah Carey also sued Sunset Boulevard. Thank you. You guys are fucking smart. All right, there we go. You guys are some smarty pants. But Sunset Boulevard, go look it up. It was an old movie. It was one of the first talking movies, if I'm not mistaken. It was this, where the woman was an aging superstar. She had all the money, but she didn't realize that time has passed and is gone. The dying star. Mariah Carey also sued another man for palimony, or for not marrying her, for wasting her time, an inconvenience fee for not marrying her. So this does show some desperation right here. This shows some sort of desperation. So we can then try to deduct that if he is getting taken for child support, people will say she got her own money. But why is she suing this man for $50 million for being inconvenienced and keeping the $10 million ring? She's doing strag behavior, right? She's keeping the wedding ring. She pawning it off, right? She's suing him for palimony. She's suing him for not marrying her. You know, that means she's trying to make these her income. So as I said, women have a lot of ideas, but they don't have a plan. So this guy figured out, oh, by the way, I remember this story. In the story, the guy was saying this woman was spending up all his money, right? So she was with him. He was assuming since she was a multi-millionaire, she would spend her money. But what he found was, and he dodged a mega bullet. Somebody said he dodged a missile. What he was finding was, even though she was so-called rich, she was spending up his money left and right. So that's why he got rid of her. He was like, this bitch was spending money. I actually have an interview with him. He was like, she was spending my money up left and right. So guys keep saying, well, she rich. All right. Apparently, you know what I mean? The guys in her life are finding out she ain't, either she's frugal or bad with money. All right. She bad with money. So let's see here. Let's go back to the top of the article. Let's talk about how this could easily happen to you. You can get with a woman that has money today, but as long as you have children with her and she don't have money tomorrow, guess who about to pay? You, nigga.
I got money.
You. You about to pay the difference. And only reason you're going to pay the difference is that you have children with this woman. That's it. That's the only reason. And I don't care if she had money at the time you divorced her. If she goes broke, you are now the plan. This article says baby making machine Nick Cannon has happily skated on paying any official child support for his 13-year-old twins with superstar Mariah Carey in the nearly 10 years since their divorce. But RadarOnline.com is reporting .com can reveal that the now cash-strapped songbird is looking for that to change. According to the source, Nick's gotten away with keeping his cash in his pocket, but Mariah's ready for him to start paying up. All right. Says right here, the comedian and TV host, age 44, has proven to be one of Tinseltown's most prodigious baby makers, siring 9 children with 5 different women since splitting with Carey, age 55. Yet he's also said he's also managed to avoid paying any court-sanctioned child support for his 11 kids, and he doesn't even dole out a monthly allowance to Carey or any of his baby mamas. Okay, so let's go back. Let's go back. They're saying he gives her no money, but she's supposed to be rich. She's supposed to not need his money. But now they're like, he ain't paid a dime, a.k.a. he a deadbeat. So now Nick Cannon, not only is he out here making babies left and right, he hasn't had to pay Mariah Carey any money because she got her own money. But of course, now in a pickle, you got loans and you got banks calling you. You ain't putting out any records. I saw Mariah Carey here in Las Vegas. She does a couple shows every now and then at, what hotel is she at? MGM Graham or Park MGM. All right. She does a couple shows and it was a decent show. But she got to come out here and go out here and do a lot of shows. She got to be out here on motherfucking tour. And it says right here, still Cannon has said, there's never been something that one of the mothers of my children has asked for and they didn't receive. Up until now, Cannon has apparently been let off the hook by Carey for their son and daughter, in part because her earnings long dwarfed his for her 19 number 1 singles, okay? Second to only the Beatles. All right, so it says right here, he was let off the hook because she had the money, okay? She had the money, so he didn't have to pay. Now, the problem is, time will reveal. 10 years go by, he got the money. 10 years go by, she got less money. Now, all of a sudden, you got to pay. Now I need to go back, and she going to go back years, fam. Or, allegedly, she could go back years. He hasn't paid since they were 3. 10 years of no child support. And anybody saying, nah, she would never do that. This woman just sued him for $10 million. $10 million. So she will sue the nigga for some money.
I'm in a bind, Nate.
Okay? She will sue it. She's not above suing a man for some money. She sued this dude right here for 10 mil. Wait, let's go back. For 50 mil, I think they settled on 10 mil. So people are like, man, she got her own money. She would never do that. Okay, bruh. In 2016, let me see here. Right here. It says right here. All right. I'm trying to use an article, but it says right here, after she sued X for $50 million for wasting her time and won the case. All right. So don't tell me she ain't going to sue. Don't tell me she got her own money and she don't need to sue him. All right. Anybody using that as an excuse right now, you sound like an idiot, because she definitely will take your ass to court and sue you. In fact, Mariah, everything I'm saying is motherfucking alleged. All right.
There's an insane story behind Mariah Carey's $10 million engagement ring. Mariah Carey got engaged to Australian billionaire James Packer in 2016. And even though they split before the wedding happened, Packer gave her a $10 million engagement ring. She chose a 35-carat emerald cut diamond flanked by 2 tapered baguettes. And when they broke up, Mariah Carey sued James Packer for wasting her time. Not only did she get to keep the ring, she got a multi-million-dollar settlement from him. Which crazy jewelry story should I talk about?
All right, so anybody saying that she don't need the money, she won't sue. That torpedoes your argument right there. And let me tell you, whatever she got is long gone. That was 2016. That was 10 years ago. That was my last relationship. That money gone. Bye-bye. All right? They don't got that money gone, fam. All right, that money gone. All right, so yeah, that was 10 years ago. Now that money gone. Now potentially she trying to get it from Nick Cannon. So all men pay, right? All right, and it says another. Okay, this is the source the source said that she's disastrous with her spending, and he's now making $50 million or worth $50 million with a lot of baby mamas. And this is right here, and that could lead to him finally being saddled with an official bill. It says Mariah lavishes Oh, these are the kids. Mariah lavishes the kids with the best of everything. But she feels she can't keep up with the spending pace any longer. This is according to an insider. They added, she broached the subject with Nick after making regular child support payments. And it says right here, with the legal foundation behind it, so she can display it as income to creditors. Woo! This is detailed. This is detailed. So this isn't she got her own money. Oh, she trying to get it on the legal foundation, so it looks like income to her creditors, so she can keep getting loans. But they're butting heads because Nick doesn't like the government in his business. He just wants to dole out money when there is a need. Well, that's not how that works, Nick. So Nick wants to just say, hey, what do they need? I'll pay it. That's not how this works. This is why this is an important lesson. You think that you can call this shot, but you can't. Because if she wants to, she'll just take it to court. And then the government will say, no, you just pay her this. Never mind how she spends it. Now, the problem is she could spend it as recklessly as she already spent up her own money. Right? So what makes you think she's going to be responsible with $30,000, $40,000 a month? Because she's not even responsible, according to the report, with $50 million. And she's got all these loans. And you're like, this money's just going to go pay off these loans. So, yeah, we got a problem. We got a massive problem here. And Nick Cannon is a guy, man, that's one of these lover guys that got to learn. You know, he's a liberal. I like Nick Cannon. I don't dislike him at all. But, you know, in this story, if this is to be said true, this is a guy that got to learn the hard way. And, you know, he thought he had money to burn forever. And of course, I think he had lupus. So he might have been looking at maybe his life not extending as long as he wanted. So the way he overcame that was to impregnate many women and become somewhat immortalized and made deals with these women, number one. But he also doesn't realize that, yeah, these women can all turn on him too. So you got all these women pregnant. They're in agreement now that they're getting money, but what if they don't? Or what if one woman says, hey, I want my official child support money. I keep having to ask you for money and you keep just dropping it off. This is not working for me. I don't want you asking about my needs financially. Just give me the money I need and you stay out of it. This could easily happen with the current women that he has pregnant. And this is going to go on for at least another 2 decades for him. Okay. So he trusts this game too much. That's what I'm talking about. He trusts this game way too much. But all it takes is one woman to do this, and guess what'll happen? He'll have to tell the other women, well, I got less money to give you now that Mariah got to my pockets. Guess what the other women are going to do? Nah, bruh. Nah, fuck that. All right, I want my cut too. And you get eaten alive. What do I tell you? It only takes one woman to make you pay for all the other women you were getting for free and had a good deal. Your game don't matter when it comes to this legalities with marriage and divorce, cohabitation. There's no game. The game is the court game. The game is the government. All right. And you're going to go broke. He'll go broke next. All right. All right, but it only took Mariah to open up the door here. And Mariah's looking at it like, I got 5 years left, and I need to get as much money as I can in 5 years to potentially keep up with what they're saying is her financial condition here. Okay. And this is an easy out. This could be another $5 million of what I call unearned money, because now she doesn't have to do anything to get that money. She can keep doing exactly what she's doing, not fucking Nick Cannon anymore and raising the kids just like she was raising them. All she did was just go to the court. That's all she did. She just came in and said, okay, I'm going to need some money. Help a sister out. She did absolutely nothing to change. She never got an extra job, nothing. All right. So this is the danger of some of these games that we play. Okay. Let me see here. This is the dangers of these games that we play in our relationship with women. Somebody said this perfectly. You trust your game a little too much. Game don't work. Game works until it doesn't. And then all of a sudden you scrambling and scraping for shit. Pause. All right. Last part of this video is him talking about his relationship with her. And I thought I'd add this in because it provides some context to where his feelings are. This is Nick talking about what led to his divorce to Mariah.
But I internalized it even more because you're spot on everything except for I didn't actually really care what the world thought because the perception, that is what it is. People gonna love you one day, hate you the next day, always gonna criticize your every move, and it's really how they actually feel about themselves. So I could care less about that. But going to myself with that pressure of who am I?
Yeah.
Because, I got married in my 20s still, you know what I mean, to the biggest star in the world. And my trajectory was here, and then hers, she's already in a different stratosphere. So, I would lay up at night thinking, like, is this who I am? Am I Mariah's man?
Yeah.
Is that what my life is supposed to be? There's nothing wrong with it.
I understand it though. Like it's like,
and I got really comfortable in it. She got islands, and I'm waking up at noon, and people bringing me steaks on a platter, and I'm like, but.
All right, so people are still struggling as to how wealthy people can go broke. Guys, wealthy people can easily go broke, especially when they splurge, right? So she got her own islands. That costs money. Steaks in the middle of the afternoon on the platter. You think you're going to change this behavior because your money is going down? No. Especially a woman, all right? So there you go right there. You could go broke pretty fast if you're not putting out records. And it's going to be hard to put out records, right? It's going to be hard to put out records. You're 60 years old. I mean, you got 20-year-olds. Nobody wants to see you. I mean, only older people are going to want to see you. Not many young fans in their early 20s going to see Mariah. All right, so let's continue here.
But I'm like, this ain't,
you had to be a different version of yourself.
Yeah,
exactly.
This ain't the kid.
I can't go provide. I can't go hunt. That's who I am. I want to hunt. But
and then when you have children and the hierarchy of just your man shit is like, wait, I'm carrying a purse, the diaper bag, I'm standing on the corner. I'm like, wait, she rocking being all the alpha that she
by the way, she deserves it. By the way.
And she did. I believe she needs a dude like that.
Yeah.
I'm just not that dude, and her and I never had problems.
Yeah.
Never argued, never, even with me struggling in this space.
Yeah.
She was like, she's so understanding and so evolved and lives in her own world. That's the thing. When someone has their own world, like you said, their own scope, their own bubble, and you got to be a participant in that. You know what I mean? Like I'm main character.
I was about to say, especially I'm the alpha.
Yeah.
Like my mom and dad, I was raised by a hustler, a pastor. My mom.
Yeah.
I'm here to get it.
Yeah.
I had to lay down because I felt like that was like almost the. Nah,
and I was getting mad at myself. It was like muscle atrophy. I'm like, I had a gut.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like, it was like.
All right. So yeah, essentially he's wrestling with, I could not be the ASAP Rocky. Yeah, I could not be ASAP Rocky. So a lot of women initially thought, his ego, he couldn't handle a successful woman. But as I said, only time will tell. Now look at somebody said how the tables have turned. Now, how's that successful woman now? Like, come on, guys. How the tables have turned. Okay. all of that island and steaks and all of that shit, he knew inherently I could not depend on this. Remember when I told you, men who live off women are crazy. Men who brag about living off women is mind-boggling to me. I can never live off a woman. Why? Because they typically don't have a plan. They have opinions and ideas. They don't have a plan. Even if they successful, they don't have a plan past that. I can guarantee you, any woman that I'm going to meet today don't have a plan. Mariah Carey in this situation was that. And he inherently knew I cannot sit back and rest on the fact that Mariah Carey is going to plan my financial future. So he's like, nah, inherently, this is not a smart move. So I got to be a man and finance my own future. Now, people are going to say, see, he could have had the easy life. Look at the easy life now. Imagine him sitting there, fat, eating steak. And then Mariah says, I got to take an $18 million loan out. Okay. Now what? She might say, you're going to have to go to work in order to keep this shit afloat. And he's sitting back all fat. So, yeah, people will initially say, well, he could have had it made. Where's the video? He could have had it made by just putting his ego to the side, but he made the right choice. I got to go support myself. I got to be a man at the end of the day because I got to have a plan. Now, his plan was to skeet in about 100 women, but that's neither here nor there. But without that plan, without him getting up and making a plan, now he can't afford to pay for his other children. Neither can she, according to the story, allegedly. Neither can she. So guys that say they live off women, I don't understand it. Okay. He says only a weak man will say that. I agree. I don't see men, I live off my woman. My girl makes the most of the money. And she did. I'm like, I don't give a fuck if she made $10 million and I made $100,000. Ain't no damn way I'm going to sit back and rest and hope this woman takes care of me. There ain't no fucking way. All right. I don't care if she pays my rent or whatever that. No way. As a man. No fucking way. If you enjoyed this clip, check me out on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel for the best morning live stream every weekday. And of course, we're back for the evening live streams as well. Check out the times in the featured channels on this channel right here. And also the links are in the description box. I will see you there.
New world order.